Welcome to Roofing Road Trips, the podcast that takes you on a thrilling journey across the world of roofing. From fascinating interviews with roofing experts to on-the-road adventures, we'll uncover the stories, innovations, and challenges that shape the rooftops over our heads. So fasten your seatbelts and join us as we embark on this exciting roofing road trip.
Hello, and welcome to Roofing Road Trips from Roofers Coffee Shop. My name is Heidi Ellsworth, and we are live, live at Attic Breeze in Gatesville, Texas. So exciting. We are in their facility, in their plant, and we are with two of their leading folks. I'm so excited to introduce Adam and John.
How
Gentlemen, thank you for having us.
Thanks, Heidi.
Thanks for coming.
So
I appreciate it.
Cool. We love being here. Adam, let's start with you. Can you introduce yourself and tell us what you do with Attic Breeze?
Yes, I'm Adam Keithley. I'm the SVP of Operations here at Attic Breeze. So I'm in charge of the entire manufacturing operation here.
Wow.
Taking material from raw components, building them up, powder coating them, packaging them, assembling them, and shipping out to our customers.
I love it. I can't wait for this tour. This is going to be so much fun. And John, can you introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm John Thiede. I'm the Florida Regional Manager of Attic Breeze.
Of Attic Breeze.
Yes.
And you flew in special
I
just
flew
to
in
see
just for this. Absolutely. I love it.
I'm so excited. And Adam, do you live here?
I live close by here. I live in the plant. I work in the plant every day of the week.
Well, you live in a beautiful place.
I appreciate it. Yeah,
looking out, it's just gorgeous.
Gorgeous Texas Hill Country for sure.
Oh, it is. Oh, my gosh. So, okay, let's start with, for everyone out there, Adam, if you can start with who is Attic Breeze and give us a little bit of the history of the company.
Yep. So Attic Breeze was founded by Travis Hipp. It came upon, he had a brand new construction house. He was installing a surround sound system back before Bluetooth and everything else. He was crawling around his brand new attic, and he had paid for Tech Shield, which is the aluminum backing on the backside of his attic. And he was up in his attic sweltering, saying, I spent all this extra money to keep my attic cool. It's not cool. There's got to be a better way. So he's like, I don't want to run power up here. There's got to be a solar solution. He looked around, couldn't really find anything. So he's like, I can make something. And that was really the impetus of Attic Breeze. He built his first prototypes. His wife decided she didn't want to go on his brand new house. So he had a rental property he had to put on. And they went up there and found out it was working beautifully, pulling all that hot air out of the attic and cooling the attic itself. Started selling a few, and after a few years, he turned to realize he had a business. So he decided to actually relocate up back here to his home, which was Gatesville, Texas.
Okay.
So he could employ some of his local, his local community where he grew up.
Love it.
And he built up. They relocated to Gatesville in 2010, and we've grown ever since.
Oh my gosh, what a great story. I love it when you see a need and you're like, let's do it, right? And John, you're in Florida.
Absolutely.
And it has just as much humidity, if not more, than when we're standing right here. So how important is Attic Breeze, that kind of ventilation, to your area, but overall in the country?
Well, I think, the importance of getting the hot air out of the attic is what we're trying to do to help the homeowners out.
Right.
Makes their shingles last longer, makes their attic cooler, air conditioners don't work as much, and saves them money at the end of the day. And for the contractors, it's setting themselves apart from other contractors, putting something new and innovative on their roof systems to make it spectacular.
Yeah, it makes such a difference as you're going through there. And really, in order to do what you just said, you have to have the right product, right? And you have to have a quality product. Tell us a little bit about your manufacturing process and how you manufacture the Attic Breeze.
Yep, so it's 100% manufactured here in this plant. We bring in material from all over the world, but we do all the assembly and production here in this plant.
Made in the USA.
Made in the USA. Well, made in the USA with global products, right?
Yeah,
we bring in, we have a global supply chain, but we do all the assembly here in the USA. We bring in sheet metal as a basis for our products. You'll notice as we go through the process here, our products are 100% metal, whether they're our Cardinal product line, which is aluminum, or our Attic Breeze product line, which is a Galvalume, which is a steel. They're 100% metal products, built robustly right here by hands here in Gatesville, Texas, to make sure they can withstand the toughest conditions.
That is great. So as you're kind of looking at this too, how many fans are you building every day? I'm just kind of curious.
So it can vary. So during the slower winter months, we may trickle down to about 60 units a day. During the summer months, we get up to 160 today.
Wow.
160 fans per day. As you can see, we have some inventory behind us now. So we're able to basically take orders today and ship them tomorrow. But our products we typically average about 120 fans a day is our normal production rate.
Wow. And how important is that kind of manufacturing and those kind of operations, the ability to get it out like that, John.
I mean, the customers love it. We don't have any problems getting things out. You know, when they do a roof, they want things done immediately. There's the plan to get the roof done right away. So if we can get them in stock, we can make a quick phone call to Adam and his team here to get them on the ground in Florida when they need them. I have them within, a week. They get them here. It doesn't take long. The contractors love it. Absolutely. No problems. No, mishaps on any of the pallets. Everything comes exactly the way they leave it here. I mean, Adam doesn't give himself enough credit. We don't even have a forklift on site. They don't, so we can't stab any of the pallets. We have all kind of man lifts just to load them on the truck. So it's they do a great job.
That is great.
Very proud of these guys.
It's so important because they want to know that you can really feel behind that quality control process. So talk to us a little bit about your quality control.
Yeah, so we have quality steps all through the process. So our three key components to a solar powered attic fan is your solar panel, one, which gets tested twice through the process. Then we have a motor, which also gets tested twice, right? The solar power, the panel provides power to the motor. And then we have the wiring, which also gets tested throughout the process.
So and then the whole thing together.
Yeah, the whole thing. So we test each component individually, and then as we build up the fan, we start testing the components working together, and we test the entire unit before it goes out the door.
So when you get it. Plus, we just listened to, we just had a podcast you need to listen to with Austin talking about then in the installation training, and when we're with the contractors, they talk about testing as soon as it comes out of the box and what they need to do, and that's really important.
Absolutely. They got to when they take it out of the box, they got to make sure that fan's working.
Right.
They plug it in before they even install it, before it's even thought about going up on that roof. It works out perfectly every time, and we talk about that in trainings every time we do one.
Yeah, it's
absolutely.
And I love that. I love the fact that it goes from the minute you get it in those processes all the way until the contractor installs it in the roof. I mean, and that's what consumers need.
Constant support. They got the support from here, from Austin in the office, on the support team, from us in the field. They always have support.
Yeah.
We're there for the team. I mean, it's going to be the roofing team no matter what company it's for. We're there for them.
I love it. Well, John, let's talk a little bit too about, we know the quality's there, we know it's there, but this is a durable product.
100%.
And you have done extensive testing.
We've got all kinds of testing. We have the Florida Building Code, of course. We also have the HVHZ, which for the high velocity hurricane zone testing. The fortified roofing, we have that taken care of as well. Yeah. We've done all kinds of different testing on these fans for them to be more than sturdy for whatever environment they have. We even have the TDI for the Texas
Department of Insurance. Yep.
Department of Insurance. We have that as well. So having things on there, we've had gone through hurricanes with the fans, and the fans are still on the roof even after the roofs are completely gone during hurricanes.
The fan is still there.
The fan is still there.
And still helping with that attic.
Absolutely.
Well, I think that's so important because I think sometimes people think, well, it's just the shingles, right? Or it's just the whatever it may be, but it really, you need that entire roof, every part of the roof to perform, and you definitely need to have the ventilation stay in place.
Exactly. It's not just shingles. It's concrete tile roofs. It's clay roofs. It's metal roofs. It's some of the composite shingles.
Right.
Stone coated steel. I mean, we could go on forever. And it's not just for one roof. We want to help ventilate all the roofs.
Yeah.
Some of them more so than the others. It makes a better. It makes shingles stay cooler for sure, made of asphalt. So it is a great product. Love it.
It's so important. So as you are building and manufacturing these great products, how much is that testing, TDI, everything, how much of that goes into it, and how do you continue to make sure that is meeting specs?
Yeah, so we have quality process in place, and we have to meet those quality processes to maintain our certifications. Mm-hmm. So testing all the components as we go through and following our procedure and our quality process through that process, start to finish, guarantees that we can deliver a product, the same product that was tested for HVHZ or tested where we're working on NOA as well down in Florida. That's not quite here yet, but we're working on it.
Okay, stay tuned.
But we do all the same process the same way. We have a strict quality process and a strict manufacturing process to guarantee we're making those products consistent, high quality to get out to the jobs that John's working on.
That they're working on. Man, you guys, it is so cool. So I want to talk just a little bit about the solar panel too.
Yep.
I mean, that is really a unique, there's not too many folks out there who, like you said, he couldn't find anybody. So talk to me a little bit about that solar panel and how the specs of that that and how contractors are, and then I want to kind of lead that to what are the contractors saying about using that solar?
So Attic Breeze, we offer 4 different solar panel sizes. We have 25 watt, 35 watt, 45 watt, and 65 watt solar panels. The way I kind of view the solar panel is it's casting a large net, right? The larger the solar panel, the more sun it can absorb with less input. So a 45 watt panel is going to be able to pick up more sun in the dusk and dawn time and really start turning that fan sooner. It also will have a little higher RPM at the top end of the day. So sizing the solar panel is part of sizing the entire system to ensure you have enough flow through your attic. So the larger solar panel generally can create more flow, but it's really evaluating the entire system, which I know John will talk about.
The CFM.
The CFMs, which for the contractor and the homeowner is key. They want to get as much hot air out of that attic as they can, and not all fans are not created equal. So we can get more air with our larger blade, which is 36% more than the next one in line. So we can move more air. We have more CFMs. We can get that hot air out. So they have 12 to 15 turns of hot air in that attic every month. It's spectacular.
They're going through it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Lowers their temperatures. It makes a big deal and saves them money every single month.
For the folks out there who may be wondering, what is a CFM? What is that?
Cubic feet per minute.
Okay.
It's cubic feet per minute.
That's how you calculate what's happening in the attic.
How much air is actually leaving the attic by our fan? How much fresh air is coming in? It's all about turning the air in the attic over, right? So measuring a solar fan just by wattage is really, I've heard of people doing that. That's really a misnomer. You really want to evaluate the whole system. The best way to judge a system is CFM. How many cubic feet per minute is that fan or that system moving? And that system involves the solar panel, which has wattage, but also includes the motor, the fan blade, and the overall setup geometry of the fan. Having that larger fan blade helps in our case. But evaluating the entire system for CFM, not just one attribute of one component. Look at the whole system as a whole.
Exactly. In our average 35 watt fan will do 1775 cubic feet per minute of hot air, which is over 100,000 cubic feet an hour of hot air, compared to the passive ventilation doing anywhere from 15 to 20,000 cubic feet of air per hour. So there's a huge difference getting that hot air out.
And then that is in turn saving money.
Saving money for the homeowners, absolutely.
Right. Especially here in the Gulf Coast. The way I always kind of think about it here in the Gulf Coast or any of the southern regions, right? We don't have attics. We don't have basements, I'm sorry. We have attics. Yeah. So our HVAC unit is sitting in our attic. Yes. And when it's 100 degrees outside and your attic's 160, your HVAC unit doesn't care what the outside temperature is. It's fighting the attic temperature.
Right.
So keeping that attic cool or ambient temperature allows that HVAC to work that much more efficient. Right. And then you also have the durability is added to the roof, right? It's keeping those shingles cooler or any surface that much cooler, improving the life of the roof. But really, the way I was thinking about it, my HVAC blower is sitting in my attic right now. If my attic's 160 degrees, my HVAC is working overtime. If I can cool the temperature of that attic, it's going to help my HVAC, help my energy bills.
Right, and bring it down. In fact, we heard in our last when we were talking to Austin that you actually have had homeowners who have sent you in bills and said, this is last year, this is this year. Yes. Huge difference.
Huge differences.
Yeah. So saving money on your energy costs, but also on the durability of the roof. And you mentioned that the durability of that roof, when your attic is that hot for that long, that just sucks the life out of your roof.
Yeah, you start having granule loss. I mean, there's all kinds of different problems. The underlayments, there's problems having that. The shingles or whatever roof system is just doesn't last as long.
Right. Yeah.
It just doesn't last as long. So anything to make the roofs last longer, make the homeowners happy, it saves them money. So no matter what they save them over the life of their roof, they'll save enough money probably to get another roof in 20 years.
Yeah. Okay, Adam, I've got my safety glasses on. We're ready to go into the plant. We've learned so much. Thank you both, gentlemen. I'm just learning so much today. But let's kind of go over what to expect from our tour.
Yep. So I'm going to bring you over to our assembly area. The assembly area is where everything comes together. You're going to see Attic Breeze fans being assembled. We have some self-flashing black being assembled right now, so we're going to get to see that being assembled alongside of our Cardinal ventilation product line. These Cardinal ventilation, many people don't know, are produced by Attic Breeze. We make those fans as well. They're an alternative to Attic Breeze, but they're manufactured right here in the same plant by the same people using much of the same components as Attic Breeze. So we're gonna review our assembly process, talk to some of the team on our assembly process, also talk to our shipping and packaging folks about showing everything going in the box, coming together, and going out to customers.
I love it. Let's go.
So here we have our raw 35 watt self-flashing fan. You can see it's a black self-flashing fan. It's got the motor installed at this point. So we have the wiring installed on the fan, the motor installed. Tyler here is getting ready to install our fan blades. And then we talked about the quality process. So we're going to install these fan blades. You notice there's no solar panel yet. We're going to test this, the motor and fan blade combination, with a power supply. That's not the solar panel. We want to ensure that motor is moving the proper speed, moving the proper direction, not making any noise. Test that first.
Okay.
Then the next step will be adding the solar panel, and then we'll retest the entire system again, this time using a light source to make that solar panel create energy and testing the whole thing all over again. Okay. Exactly.
And you have plenty of light source outside. Do you actually take them outside to test?
We could test them outside. They spin really fast outside. Yeah. What we actually use, we have an LED light you'll see down over there at the end of that table as a light source, which we use for generating light. Again, it's an LED light source, so it doesn't create near as much energy as the sun does, but it does enough to spin the entire system.
Make sure it all works.
And make sure it all works. And you can see right here what Tyler's doing. He's installing these fan blades. And again, even before we hook them up to the power supply, you're gonna see him give that thing a spin. He's making sure that fan blade is moving free and clear, it's not touching anything, it's there's no noise coming from bearings in the motor. He's spinning that thing and verifying it works. And he's working right down the line. We assemble 10 fans at a time. We have 5 tables. They move from table 1 all the way to table 5, 10 at a time. And again, we do, I said 120 a typical day, so we're doing 12 runs of these a day, just churning out fans. And then on the far table, you're gonna see some of our Cardinal products. So again, this is a hood for our Cardinal fan, our Cardinal ventilation fan. So in this case, we already have the wire harness going through, which will go to the solar panel. And on the back side, you can see we've already got the motor installed. Very similar to Attic Breeze, a little different assembly process, but this is the hood and motor assembly for Cardinal, which the next step over here will begin getting that fan blade and testing the system without the solar panel first, then finishing the assembly and testing the entire system before it leaves the plant.
Wow. Now, talk to me a little bit about what we're seeing in the background up here. Yep. This is all waiting to come down to be assembled?
So all these fans behind us are actually just raw shells. So what you see behind us are what we run the most commonly, which is black self-flashing, gray self-flashing, which is here and here, and then back over there you can see brown self-flashing. If we walk around that corner, we may show you a little bit later, we offer 7 stock color fans. We offer, I think, 7 premium colors, and we can actually color match to any color to match specific, like for metal roofs, we have some contractors that want to match the metal roof exactly. As long as the customer provides us an RAL number, we can color match. Typically, it's only a week or 2 lead time, if that. As soon as we get powder coming in, we'll powder those fans, and they'll make it right on the assembly line.
John, how important is that, to be able to have that kind of color selection?
You know, especially for the contractors in Florida, we have some unique colors that they ask for a lot. So calling Adam and the team and they get the fans out quickly, the contractors absolutely love having those kind of options out there for them, because they want to match the roofs. That's what they sell to upgrade the homeowners for.
Right, and the homeowners want it to
The
match.
homeowners want the roofs. We have unique metals, unique tiles, all kinds of different kinds of roofing systems. They want the vents to match. And it's something that's not just spray painted with a can of paint. These are all powder coated to color match.
And to last.
It's a wonderful system.
Another thing to point out here is we make all types of fans here. So we talked about self-flashing, which is by far our most common. Those get commonly used on shingle roofs. Cardinal is also self-flashing. Over here on the shelf, you'll see some other products we have. We also have our curb mount fans for metal roofs and shingle roofs, or metal roofs and tile roofs, right? So they're built with a curb, so you can get them up off that tile or off that metal roof. We have our gable fans, which work really well for ranch style homes that have the gable vents in the side of the home.
Yeah.
This actually mounts within your attic. You put an external solar panel, and you can retrofit an existing ranch style home with a gable vent. So
There's
it's another solution.
Of those.
Yes.
Yes.
So all these fans are manufactured right here in Gatesville, Texas, in this facility. And then we have obviously 35 watt panels here on this curb mount. That's a 35 watt panel, which is our most common panel size. And And then we have 45 watts as well, which is right here behind us. This is a brown, our bronze brown, with a 45 watt panel. You see the slightly larger panel, which I akin it to a net previously. It just means it's gonna start spinning that fan even earlier in the morning, to keep it running even later in the day. Yeah. And at the peak of the day, it's gonna be running just a little bit faster than the 35 watt.
Okay, so, what do you have going here? And first of all, Tyler, can you introduce yourself?
Yes, Tyler Grundy, how are y'all today? I am the assembly supervisor here. Right now what we're doing is, because we can't get enough sun inside the building, with the LED light we have, we're gonna test it straight to a power source to get the motor spinning as fast as it can. Now this thermal right here is gonna complete that circuit, and as you can see, she's moving very fast.
Nice.
You can also feel the air coming out, making sure it's blowing air the right direction. So we're listening, making sure the motor doesn't make any noise, making sure the blade's spinning freely, and making sure it's moving air out.
And after that, of course, we're gonna put our little handy dandy black sticker on here to show that with the motor is tested, it is not in reverse order. It is spinning in the right direction. The blade is not wobbling at any moment, and it's not touching the gore at all.
Excellent, okay. And you're going on to the next one.
And we just go on the next one.
Okay, Tyler, real quick, before you go on to this next one,
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me a little bit, how long have you worked here?
8 years.
8 years.
Yes, ma'am.
And why do you like working at Attic Breeze?
I like showing work through my hands. I'm not a big, you know how salespeople, sometimes they
Yeah.
can work their hardest and still not get everything put up, but assembly, anything like that, our proof is in our hands and our work. So the harder we work, the more fans get out the door, the better off we'll be.
And here we're back with Tyler. We're doing the final check to make sure, quality check, to make sure everything's good. Tyler, what are you doing here?
So right here again, we already, as you saw, tested the motor to make sure the motor's connected correctly, spinning the right direction. The biggest deal right here is this is the last test before it goes out the door. So we got to make sure from the panel, all the way from the panel area, all the way to here is in one rotation, it's in one working fan. So what we're gonna do is we have a artificial light. This is not gonna spin very fast. It's not near as powerful as the sun, but our biggest concern is making sure that there is a full connection from top to bottom. And as long as it's spinning to the right like it should be, from this view, it's done. And as you can see, there's gonna be a yellow sticker saying that it's tested with a signature and the date that it was built and tested. And there you have a completed fan. That's it.
Very nice. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
That is so cool. Thank you. Okay, well, we're going to move on, and we got some more that Adam's going to take us. But Tyler, thank you so
Yes,
much.
ma'am. Thank you.
This has been great. Thank you.
Ma'am.
So I wanted to just show the same fan that Tyler just tested on our table with our artificial LED light source, what it actually does with real sunlight. As you see, I bring this out into the sun, and you're gonna see that fan blade just take off. And there you go, that fan's with a lot more sun in the actual, or a lot more air in the actual sunlight than it does on our table, but I just want to show that.
We are here because we are assembling and actually packaging. You've seen all of this great stuff. So we are with James. Hello, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I am good. Can you introduce yourself?
My name's James Jackson. I'm the supervisor here at Shipping and Receiving at Attic Breeze. And we're gonna run through the process of getting the fan actually packaged and ready to ship out. So the first thing that we do, and we've already done, is we spray it down with Windex and wipe it down with a microfiber cloth. And then we put the sticker that shows which side needs to be down, installed on the roof. And we tape the thermal control switch to the back of each fan. That way, every fan has it, and they're ready to go right out of the box. Then we take the foam to protect the fan, put that in. And these ones are special. They have to be loaded in the box upside down at first. Then these specific models gets more foam on the bottom to protect it, to protect the flashing from being crushed. So at this point, as you can see, it is not marked at all. And what we'll do is we will completely open it up. We will verify that it has the installation kit and the thermal by feel. In this case, it's on this side, and we normally have it the other way on the table. And then we have the installation manual that goes in. Once all of those are in, that is the time that we can mark the unit's wattage and the color. 35. In this case, this one's custom, so it's a silver. On the back is where we indicate that it has the thermal switch and the installation kit, that silicone and screws used to install it on the roof. At this point, it's good to go, and we can tape it up.
So James, how long have you been with Attic Breeze?
I've been with Attic Breeze since 2014.
Wow, 2014. What's your favorite thing about working here?
My favorite thing really is the consistency.
Yeah.
Really being able to come in at the same time every day.
Yeah.
Of course, in the busy season, we do work some overtime,
right,
but at this point, it's very efficient, and I really just enjoy my hours, and the people that I work with are great.
That's
It's
awesome.
been really fun.
That's what you want,
Yeah.
right? That's what you want. Thank you so much, and whoever gets us out in the field, this was packed by James. Okay, thanks. We'll be back with some more tours. And we are continuing our tour of Attic Breeze Manufacturing. We are live with the Roofers Coffee Shop, and we are going to show you some really cool color stuff right now. Adam, take us through what you do here.
Yeah, so this is the back end of our powder coating department. So you can see on our wall behind us, we've kind of entered the area of less common colors. For John, there's very common colors, because this is what he installs a lot in Florida. So you can see kind of our less common colors. We have terracotta, we have white, we have sandstone, we have shake wood, all the less common colors we have in powder coating. But speaking of the powder coating process, that's actually happening right here behind us. In this booth over here, we have one of our operators, Anthony, is powder coating some hoods and bases right now. So the way the powder coating process works is there's an electrostatic charge applied to the components themselves. And then he's dispersing powder, atomized powder in the air. That powder has also got a charge on it. It's attracted to that metal and is just sticking on the metal at this point. When he's completed applying the powder is going to remain kind of just electrostatically stuck to the parts. And he's going to move these parts over into a cure oven, which will basically liquidize and cure that powder into a solid powder coated finish. Powder coating is the same process used in the automotive industry on your cars and trucks. They have a little different overall process, but it's the same basic process. You see that powder, and as that cures, that's actually going to turn into our gray, which we've seen earlier. It'll have that nice high gloss finish. And here come more hoods and bases for additional powder. So this is where the powder coating process really begins. The first step to powder coating, or any paint finish for that matter, is make sure you have a nice clean surface. So the first thing we do is we run our parts through basically what's equivalent to a giant dishwasher. It gets all the dirt, grime, any residual grease off the parts. So they get washed first, then they get loaded on these racks, and that washing process may leave some residual moisture on them. So we put them in this first oven. The first oven's pure purpose is to bake off all residual moisture, so we have a nice dry, clean part for the powder coating process. And that's what Daniel's doing right now. He's loading some parts in the oven to be dried. So we're back in the panels department where I'm with Harley, who's our supervisor in the panels department. And what she's doing is she's rewiring our panels to get them wired with the right kind of connectors we use in our solar panels, or for our solar panels in our entire system. So she's going to wire them with an SAE 2-prong connector, and this is the very first step in quality control for panels. After she gets it wired, she's going to verify that panel will create a voltage and a current just with ambient indoor light. So she's wiring it up now. So right now she's putting the multimeter prongs on there. She's gonna flash the panel up to ambient light, and she's watching that multimeter, and she's gonna make sure there's ambient light. We're getting any sort of move on that multimeter. That means that we have a working panel. Again, we're gonna test it 2 more times, we already talked about, but this is the very first test we're gonna do in the whole process. Thank you, Harley. And she's applying her tested stick there. She's gonna put her initials and date on it, so we know it was tested by Harley on today's date.
I'm Harley. I'm the panel supervisor. On this side, we receive the panels raw and we change the connector. We test them to make sure that we get a good reading so that the panel will power the fan.
Right.
And then we apply the brackets so that the color matches what the customer ordered. And that way the guys on the other side in assembly, they can put the panel on the fan so it works.
Tell us a little bit, how long have you been with Attic Breeze?
A little over 5 years.
A little over 5 years.
Yes, ma'am.
So what's one of your favorite things about working here?
I really like that it's kind of tight-knit. You know, there's not many of us back here, so you kind of get to know everybody. And, you know, if you're going through something, the company really helps you out in that. So you don't really find that a lot in jobs nowadays, so it's helpful.
It's a great place.
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you for taking your time to visit with us.
Yes, ma'am. It was very nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you. Okay, Adam, where are we now?
We're back in the metal fab department. This is where we've taken raw sheet metal, flat stock, we've formed it up into pieces, and we're with Chad Blanchard, our metal fab supervisor, where he's actually putting together hoods for Attic Breeze fans. So he's actually combining 2 side pieces with our main hood piece, and he's toggle locking the whole unit together, and I'll let him walk you through his process back here.
First, I clamp the first side, make sure there's a good tight fit, which 90%. Same thing on this side.
And you're bringing it together?
Yes, ma'am. You always want to make sure it's a good, tight seal, no leaks. And we'll just take it over here.
So this is a toggle lock machine. It's a fastener-less joining system. So it's stronger than a rivet and stronger than a weld, but doesn't actually use any hardware. And what it does is it gets the 2 pieces affixed together, and basically combines our sides with our hood. We use this process, a couple different steps along our manufacturing process. We find it to be really robust, durable, and again, all these are put together by Chad back here. Chad or one of his teammates.
That's awesome. Wow. Very good. Real quick, Chad, before you go back to work, because it looks like you have the other side, tell me, how long have you been at Attic Breeze?
I built the building 15 years.
You built the building out front.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, we just started off with a little part out there.
Yeah. You've been here 15 years, so you've really seen it grow.
We started with 4 people.
4 people?
4 people and owned it. Yeah.
And now look at this.
Right, it's crazy.
Yeah,
right,
I know.
Right.
It's crazy. What's your favorite thing about working at Attic Breeze?
My boss. It's a good place to work.
Yeah.
Pretty laid back, work hard, easy hours.
We've been hearing that same thing from a lot of people. It's about the community and the culture, so thank you so much.
Especially my boss.
Especially your boss. Good job.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Y'all have a good day. Thank y'all.
Well, we are at the end of this amazing live roofing road trips from Attic Breeze in Gatesville, Texas. I'm Heidi Ellsworth, and I'm here with John and Adam, and we have had the best tour. And I just want to kind of some final thoughts, Adam, just on the importance of, first of all, your people.
Yeah.
They are pretty amazing.
The people here are amazing. They really allow us to take raw flat sheet stock and build that and form great products. And we have a great team here at Attic Breeze. I think you've talked with many of them. Many of them have been here several years, and I hope to keep them for many, many more years. But they're a great team with positive attitudes and really enjoy putting in the work and knowing their products are being proudly installed all across the country.
I've been so impressed. Such great people. And John, talk about great product. This is coming to your market in Florida, to your contractors and your owners.
The product is second to none, and I couldn't say nothing, to expound on the team as well. I'm only as good as they are, so without them, the product in Florida and all over the United States would be, average. It's the people that make it above average completely.
And it seems like everybody, I loved one of the comments we had, it says, I love working with my hands, and I love having the salespeople sell it. And so it seems like everybody kind of gets that big picture of success for a company overall and for obviously the end products. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much. John, as
Thank
always,
you again. Great seeing everybody.
It's been so awesome. Thank you. And thank you all for watching. live from the road. This is what the coffee shops do. We're going to continue to bring you these great events. Be sure to check out all of our podcasts under the RLW. Be sure to subscribe and set those notifications along with ringing the bell on the YouTube. We will be seeing you next time because we have another live coming your way. So we'll see you next time on Roofing Road Trips.
If you've enjoyed the ride, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join us on every roofing adventure. Make sure to visit rooferscoffeeshop.com to learn more. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next Roofing Road Trip.